Hi everybody, it's Erica, and it's been a long time yet again. I apologize for the quality of this video. I'm having to attempt to use my iPhone to take it this time, and I apologize for my hair. It's special these days, but oh well, can't have everything, right? I'm alive. Anyway, the last time that you heard from me was June 14th. I was 111 pounds. Within days of that last video, my vomiting increased, and I couldn't even hold down water anymore. Threw up everything. It was horrible, but you know, what else is new? So I called my surgeon and told him, that I just couldn't do it anymore. That, I couldn't even do water. And he said, well, something's obviously wrong. So I went in. He put me back in the hospital because he took one look at me and said, okay, you need to go straight to Norton. Okay. So I get there, and they do an EGD on me, and it reveals a massive ulcer that he said pretty much my entire pouch was nothing but a giant ulcer, and it had closed off my stomach from my intestines. They even attempted to, because technically that's a stricture caused by the ulcer, so they attempted to run the balloon in there and dilate it like they've done strictures before, and it had closed off so much they couldn't even get the utensils in there to do that. They couldn't even get the balloon to start to go through it. So everything was set up, and I found myself a month and a half after my hernia slash bowel obstruction slash gastric tube placement going under the knife again. And I was split from sternum to navel again. It hurt like a bitch. I'm just going to tell you, the first one hadn't even finished healing yet, and they just cut one next to it and took all that tissue out. It was kind of like a little mini skin removal surgery because they took out a chunk. But it's not something that I would want to relive. The ulcerated tissue was removed, and he, instead of reversing my RNY, he decided that he would do a small revision. He concluded that my anastomosis was too tight, so he widened it to the point where even if my stomach's not working, the food's just going to fall into my intestines. And he told me I'd have to be careful, that I would be able to eat more than I was used to. My vomiting stopped that day. I was released from the hospital July the 3rd, just in time to come home and have the 4th of July with my family. It wasn't what I would like to have done with my kids. I ended up having to sit in a vehicle and watch it with a pillow, but I was home, so it was a happy 4th. I did come home still on the G-tube. I came home with constant feedings because my weight had gone down to 109 pounds, and my surgeon lectured me and said, you can't survive at 109 pounds. You're dying, and we need to stop that. So I was on constant bag feeds. I couldn't go anywhere or do anything because I was constantly hooked up to an IV pole, feeding me through this G-tube. It wasn't TPN, it was, I've already forgotten what it was called. Peptamen. That's what it is. And, anyway, I spent months with that until my G-tube suddenly fell out. Or, I'm sorry, after I got out of the hospital in July, it was only a couple of weeks before my G-tube fell out. I had had the G-tube for a couple of months, but I only did the constant feeds for a week and a half or 2 weeks, and my body forced the G-tube out. And the doctor didn't want to have me have another surgery to replace it, so he told me to eat constantly because I had to put my weight back on. My levels were all over the place while I was in the hospital, and he was like, I've stabilized you, we need to get everything going. So, since then, I have eaten anything and everything that was put in front of me, whether I was supposed to have it or not. The doctor specifically looked at me and said, do you like pizza? Eat pizza. Do you like macaroni and cheese? Eat macaroni and cheese. If you can tolerate cheeseburgers, go get cheeseburgers. Ice cream is a good thing. Eat lots of it. Lots of it. So, that's what I've done. I eat everything all day long. Anything that I can tolerate. And the funny thing is, my weight today is 114.4. Today is September 26th, I think. 25th, 26th. And I weigh 3 pounds more than I did in June. It took a lot of effort to put that back on. And if I let up on eating at all, I start losing weight again. If I start to lose weight again, I have to go back into the hospital, and they are going to run a nasogastric tube, which means they're going to run it up my nose. This last hospital stay, I had lots of new things that I had never had before. I had a central line in my neck. You can't really see that right there, but there is a knot on my vein now where I had that in there. But I had the central line, and I had 3 IV sites. I didn't know anything for days. God bless my family for being there for me. I've been very weak, but every day is getting a little bit better. Today is the first day that I can actually say I feel pretty good, and my stomach's not being stupid. So, hopefully that'll continue. I'm running out of time, so I hope all of you are doing well, and I just wanted to let you know that I am still alive. I did not have my bypass reversed yet. In theory, this is supposed to be the end of the trouble. Only time will tell. So, have a good day, everybody. Bye.